And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
We just want to take a minute and say thank you so much for all of our patrons out there who help us make a better show for everyone. Raise your hand if you're a producer tier patron. Go ahead, do it. We can't see you, but we imagine that there's a bunch of you.
Okay.
So, Rachel, do you want to tell us who they are so that we can confirm on our checklist?
I would love to. We want to say a special thank you to Rebecca, Mo Walker, Chris Deeds, Chris Sones, Christopher Hildebrand, Breakmeister, Orient_Tiger, and Ario Teabaggin. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys really do make our show better.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we had some issues with our last intro. You guys missed a wild rant about the benefits of indoorsmanship, which I am a huge proponent of. But we bypassed that now. Can't redo the same rant twice. You lose the energy.
I think, though, I am going to keep the post-credits clip from that rant.
What was it?
You have to listen to the end of the episode to find out.
Yeah. So, okay, my bad. Okay.
Which, if listeners don't know, I started doing this a while ago. Is after the outro music ends on the episode, I do like a post credits clip, like
Marvel,
like the Avengers clips, but much less cool.
Fuck you. They're mostly me, which is very fucking. When she says it's not as cool, kinda go fuck yourself.
But I think the clip I'm going to use is from our Take One intro.
Oh, okay.
I think it'll still be funny, even if it may not make a lot of contextual sense.
Well, apparently, and this is how it was described to me, that our audio sounded wobbly.
It did sound wobbly.
I don't know what that means. Is it like up and down volume?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess I did know what it means. Anyway. But yeah, we don't want to redo the same type of intro again.
Right.
Because you lose the zest. You know,
Yes.
The first time we came through it, we hit the concept of indoorsmanship very hard. And I thought we did a great job, and I want to give us a round of applause.
Oh, we get actual applause, not you breathing into the microphone?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about now. Normally we sort of have a rough thing. We were talking about game menus.
Yeah.
And how Capcom has traditionally been the worst menus of any game ever. All of their games are so bad menu-wise.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what they look like. It looked like they were made in paint, right? They're just bad. Even like newer games by Capcom, the menus are so shitty. And I love Capcom as a company. In particular, Mega Man games are really, they're hard, but I think they're good games. And their menus weren't as bad, but like Resident Evil looks like dog shit. Fucking
Resident Evil has always been kind of weird with their menus, though. Like, I played 4 a long time ago, and I remember being, like, even like the inventory menu.
Right.
Is
Can't
just
even
not,
look at it.
It's
it makes
not
me not want to
good.
play the rest of the game. It really does. It makes me not want to play the rest of the game. Like, because a lot of times that's your interaction point, right? It's either you're in the world or you're dealing with your gear, and a lot of these games are constant, replace weapon, replace fucking your gear, use a medical herb or whatever.
Right.
There's a lot of inventory shit going on. Key cards and fucking blah 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 blah. But like, a bad menu makes me not want to play the game anymore. And maybe it sounds petty, but you interact with the menu a lot more than you think. So like, certain games have great menus, and certain games are very rough. Like Diablo sort of teeters the line, right? Where I think their interface is genuinely creative for consoles. That little wheel thing. I think it's interesting, but I will say but they have a stats bar, right? And it gives you all of these little mathematical micro numerics. So like if you go up 1 point of dexterity, it changes your speed and your fucking crit rate, and it's like a million different stats, like a whole wall of these little tiny things. And I just remember thinking, like, as long as the number's bigger, I'm happy, right? Right? I mean,
Right.
I'm a numbers guy. I like to do the numbers thing. I like hit capping, and you know, I like that kind of stuff. But I really, really think that is obnoxious. Like that number of. I know they're not Capcom, but they seem like they maybe have the same person in charge.
Yeah. Could be.
I'm trying to think of other games. I have Dark Souls. We were talking about Dark Souls. Great game. Terrible menus. The menus are almost harder than the game.
I originally played Dark Souls on PC, but not too long ago I got the remastered version for PS4.
Yeah.
And there's a point where there's like this dragon on a bridge, and if you shoot its tail from a distance, you can do enough damage to break off the tail.
Dragon sword.
Yeah, and you get a special item. But you have to use a bow, I think, and not a crossbow, or it might be the other way around. But
a crossbow doesn't have an aiming reticle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I only had a crossbow. And I was like, I remember I did this when I played on PC. Why can't I aim? And I had to... And like Dark Souls doesn't really tell you much.
You had to look it up online.
I had to look it up online.
Yeah.
Like I did the first time I had done it on PC. Because I don't even know if it's buried in the menu, like under
It's
the
not. It's
fans
nowhere.
somewhere. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I had the same problem. I was like, I can shoot this thing, right? Everyone says to shoot the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, maybe they changed it. It seems like a stupid thing to change, but okay. But yeah, so that's what it is. Crossbows don't have the aiming reticle, so yeah, and you can sit there all day trying to shoot it as it swings.
Yeah. And from that distance, you can't lock onto it. Yeah. But
interfaces are important.
they are. They're very important.
But in particular, game menu, they make me crazy. I will stop playing a game if the menus are bad. The reason this came up though is I think we were talking about Dragon Quest 11. I just got it on Switch. I never played it before. I've been meaning to, and I wanted it to go on sale for Switch, but I didn't wait anymore. I couldn't. Like they put this demo up, and like you can play it forever. It's like a long fucking demo. So I like played the shit out of this demo, and then I knew where sort of the end of it was, so I didn't go there. I just killed things in the field and went back and did little side things. And it's just such a good game. Like it's not doing anything super new, and it's not changing up. It's not action combat, so you're not like running around pressing A to hit things. It's just turn-based, and it's clean, and everything sort of makes sense. It's not hard, but it's not easy. It's just everything seems really perfect. Even the music is so good that like it provides a mood, but it doesn't bother you. Field music in RPGs, because you're out there so much, always starts to get repetitive. Yeah. But this doesn't. It's really good. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know. If you're a turn-based RPG guy, I am. I love turn-based RPGs in particular. Yeah, I really, really like them. But there's something about a really well put together, oiled machine like Dragon Quest 11. That's just. I'm worried about Final Fantasy 7, the remake.
Why?
Because it looks 15-y. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, everyone hated Final Fantasy 12 for the reasons that I liked it, right? Everyone's like, the combat system was stupid. I'm like, combat system was the fucking bomb. It was awesome. It was so good. And everyone hated it because I don't get it. Like, it was clean and allowed you to perform actions faster if you were faster.
Mhm.
But these new games feel like they're taking away a lot of strategy. Like 15, I have no fucking clue what is going on in combat. Like, I sort of issue an instruction and he'll get to it when he gets to it. No, just do it. Just do it. Yeah, I don't know. 15, like, I like it. It's okay, I guess. There's a lot of, like, I don't know, house maintenance and chores and shit. It's like, hey, you want to get 4 catfish for me? I'm like, not really. You're like, well, it's part of the story, so get them. And I'm like, okay.
Like, hey, you want to put some stickers on your car?
Yeah, it's like, hey, you want to fucking sleep in this? No, I don't want to. I found a new recipe. It's like, go fuck yourself. Every time I pick something up, this motherfucker's trying to cook with it. I'm like, I found rock salt in a fucking cave. You're going to tell me about a new crab recipe you have. Just shut up. And then the food is like, it's so detailed when he shows it to you.
Yes.
I'm like, this is absurd. This is absurd. I'm like, I was pretty certain they were going to make me sweep. Like, it was going to be, it's like, go fight Ifrit in the cave and then come back here and sweep.
Right.
Sweep up this fucking patio. And then collect me 14 lemons for this lemonade. It's like, get fucked. Where are the swords and the political intrigue? Why am I punctuating that with the fucking pizza recipe my cousin fucking created or something? Fuck that nerd. And it's like, he's like, do you want to drive the car? I'm like, no. I want to be at the location. Why do I have to ride? They're like, well, we can charge you money to get there quick. I'm like, just drive the fucking car.
But then you gotta watch the gas in your car.
Oh god, it's so fucking
And then you can
stupid.
like change up the radio station if you want.
Look, I've played a lot of RPGs. Like, you'd be hard pressed to name one I haven't played at least a little of, right?
Uh-huh.
And I like the old Star Ocean style, not the fucking dumb one that everyone knows about now, the fucking Phantasy Star Online shit. But like, do you remember Star Ocean: The Second Story?
No, I didn't play that.
Super pixelated, fucking freeform combat, real snappy.
I don't know.
Fucking incredible. So good. If you use a move more times, it gets better. Costs less. It's like you're working it out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get better at it by repeating it a bunch of times. Tales of does the same thing. In none of those games, they might have the ability to cook a fish or to make tacos for your party. But it's not, it doesn't feel like it's forced at you. It's like, do you want to make tacos for your party? Here are some ingredients. You've got the recipe now. It's sort of in a hidden back menu, bottom, all the way to the right, near the saves, right? It's like, sure, maybe if the battle's real hard, I'll throw some like fucking corn frittatas or something like that at some of my dudes. Get them an MP boost or something.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want it to be main gameplay stuff. I don't want to fill the car up with gas. I don't want to put more fucking oxygen in the airship. I just want to fucking fly it. Just assume that someone did that while I was away.
Right.
God. And people don't like Final Fantasy 12. But they love 15.
Well, on that note, why don't we go to this week's episode before you get more upset about Final Fantasy?
I just don't want them to fuck it up. I just don't want them to fuck it up.
Right. So we'll go to this week's episode, number 101, Professionalism 101.
Hey, look at that parody. This is a good episode, guys. Enjoy it. There's Kaeviir lore in it. Woo. Also, hey, while you guys are thinking about it, go on Facebook and post on our freelance page. I'm going to post a thing up there right now, and then you guys tell us reasons why Rachel should watch Lost with me.
Oh no!
Just be positive about it. Don't be negative about it. If you have negative thoughts about it, just kindly go fuck yourself. I will delete them if they are negative. Say positive things. Okay. And no spoilers, because that would be dicky. Don't do that. Okay. And I will compile the best ones and I'll read them aggressively to Rachel at the beginning of the next episode. So this is your chance. I will literally say whatever you want me to say to Rachel, as long as it is thinly veiled within like the framework of a positive review of Lost. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.
You open the door slowly, or how do you open the door?
Is it unlocked?
Yes, the handle turns.
Okay. I'm just gonna open. I've been.
Hmm.
If there's anyone here, they know that like I'm here, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna like quietly try to open the door. That's dumb. Just gonna open the door.
All right. That's a 22 to attack.
Oh,
You
no.
get shot with a few needles from a pressure release on the other side as the door opens.
Oh,
I need a con check from you.
no.
She got pressure plated. What a scrub.
16.
16, you do beat the con check. You do not take the poison damage.
Great.
But you can feel it kind of hit you and shake you for a second as you recover quickly from it.
Okay.
Small needles
Where do they hit her?
just around the armor, the cover. So it'd have to actually be the face because she's like turtlenecked up and everything else. So she actually got pincushion probably right in the
really?
giant forehead.
I would think you would, like, I don't know.
Your bare hands? I remember
I
you
don't
wearing
like bare,
gloves.
but like, I mean, like, it's not like solid. Like, there has to be kind of open spots for like me to flex my fingers and stuff.
Right.
You know.
They shot you right in the forehead.
So
Do I take damage from that?
no, you passed the con check by
Okay.
2.
Your head armor class is way high. You're fine.
A dirty window in the south wall allows a dim light to enter the room, and wine bottles are manufactured here. As evidenced by the tools lying about, you found a glass blower's workshop.
Okay.
The wooden rack full of freshly blown glass bottles along the south wall and a hearth built in the southwest corner. The barrel of sand standing next to it and a staircase that descends underground between it and a rack of bottles and a barred door.
A barred door.
Whenever I hear glass blower, I literally think of some guy who just takes Coke bottles and goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's his job. That's his job. He blows glass. Oh, that's so funny to me. This guy just sucking Coke bottles for a living. Like, how'd you get into that? Well, I went to a 4-year school. I'm part of the glass blowers union.
Okay. There's nothing. Did you say there's another set of stairs that go down?
Yep.
Okay.
Down, down, down in a burning.
And there's no other doors to other rooms on this floor?
just the barred one in the back.
Is
If
it?
you play a harp in front of it, it'll open.
I'll go over and kind of like
Romance the barred door.
put my. I want to go over and put my ear to it. Can I hear anything? Can I
Oh.
roll a perception?
Go for it.
Okay.
It asks you for 5 gold to tell your fortune.
18.
18. You do not really hear anything but nature on the other side. You can hear the wind and whatnot.
Okay, so it just goes outside. Okay. And this building is 2 stories?
Well, clearly not. It has it upstairs. and
Right.
downstairs.
But I mean, from what we saw outside, like there's just like a second.
The
Sure.
top,
Yeah.
the base, the floor you're on, and then a cellar.
Okay, so there's not really. I mean, I guess I'll head downstairs because I've checked all the rooms.
Going down.
'Cause I've
She
checked all
said
the
she's
rooms.
going down.
I've checked all the rooms on this floor, right?
That's where the
Yes.
that's where the glass blower went.
You've checked everything except the stable outside and the bay.
Well, I assume. I think.
Chinakote is probably out that way.
I'm gonna check the stable in the bay. Yeah, I do have dark vision,
All right.
so I will
Descend into darkness.
head down the stairs.
All right. You just gonna walk down the stairs?
Yeah.
All right.
He's like,
I need
let me
a
know when
DC
there's a door.
I need a DC 15 con check.
Oh my god.
As a step, you step on one of the steps. You hear a gas release as the whole corridor fills with gas.
So 1.
Oh, jeez.
So that would be a 5.
You end up in a coughing fit on the stairs and take 6 plus 6 plus 5. 17 damage.
17 damage.
And you're kind of stopped for a minute under a coughing fit.
Okay.
If it was combat, you'd be jacked up right now pretty bad. But
Okay. Do I have the poison condition right now?
yes.
I do. Okay. I would like to cast protection from poison on myself.
All right.
If I am poisoned, cures me of being poisoned.
Wait a
Sounds
minute, you're
good.
coughing right now.
You're not here.
I understand how coughing works. Have you ever tried to do anything proactive while coughing hysterically?
I will leave the room to where, like, the air is clear and cast protection.
Dex check to climb the stairs while...
You're going to head downstairs, you're going to head back upstairs?
Back upstairs.
All right, you head back upstairs. It takes a minute and a half for you to get your lungs clear of this gas.
Okay. Am I still poisoned after that minute
No.
and a half? Okay. I would still like to cast protection from poison on myself.
That's fine.
It lasts an hour.
Just to note, that poison had a sweet taste to it on that gas.
That's weird.
Very.
If in the next hour, for the next hour, I have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and I have resistance to poison damage.
All right. Sounds good. You head
Yeah.
back down into the poison glass.
Does the trap only trigger once?
I don't know. Don't step on the stair again.
Should have taken the slide.
I would try a different way down.
All right.
Well, wait, no, because I know where this trap is. So maybe that's better than triggering a different trap.
There is the one that's the slide all the way down. Then there's the spiral set of stairs that goes down.
I'm not going down a slide.
Oh,
That
okay.
sounds like a bad idea.
Only
I
when
like
you're
slides.
in D&D, it's a slide a bad idea. Kids love slides.
I
You get
can't
older and more
stop!
You get older and more cynical, and all of a sudden, you watch fucking Willy Wonka a few times, and now all of a sudden you're terrified.
Do I know where this trigger is for the trap?
You knew what's... Yes, you do remember where you stepped and you heard the gas spit out.
Okay. So I would like to avoid stepping there again.
All right. Can I get a wisdom check? I'm kidding.
Pause
I
for
have a
1 second.
20 wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away for a second, grab aspirin. Be right back.
All right,
Okay.
for sure. I'll just wait for him upstairs. I trapped the shit out of this place.
I'm gonna die in the basement from like a trap. That's what's gonna happen.
So, Adri,
Yes.
you step over the trap.
Yes. And
And
onto
continue
the other
down.
trap that's right in front of that one.
No. And as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you find the door closed.
Is it unlocked?
Yes.
Can I check it for traps?
You can.
Okay. What do
Investigation.
Okay.
Just put your face on it.
16.
You do not sense any traps.
Great. I'm sure it's fine. I would like to put my shield up in front of my face
All right.
and open the door.
So that's quarter cover with your forehead.
Yes.
So as you walk through the door,
I'm opening the door. I haven't walked through the
Okay.
door.
you open the door, and we're going to stop there and head upstairs. And we'll get back to you in a second in the infamous underground.
Great.
I didn't realize we were coming to me right now. I was chewing peanut.
Oh, no worries. Kirakote outside as Dees finishes chewing.
Okay.
They've been inside for a little bit. They went inside. How do you... Actually, no. As they go inside, you find yourself outside. they went through the door. To the east of the door is an open.
Kaeviir tried to break down the door and he failed, and then Adrian
Oh,
got
that's
20
true.
the door open.
I'm chewing peanut M&Ms right now, but I will still shit talk you. I don't even give a fuck.
Well, of course, Adri knocked the door down. My God,
So,
Adri Doorbane.
Adri, breaker of doors.
Look at me. I fucking outkicked a fucking 60-year-old man. Look how cool I am.
So, you do see Kaeviir not be able to kick the door, and Adri kick the door, and then they both go inside. What's your next move?
I will shake my head at that, and I am going to go and investigate the wagon in the bay.
All right.
Title of the episode, Split the Party Part 2.
So, as you approach the bay, you see it's 20 feet. The opening is 20 feet wide. 2 steps on either side go up 5 feet, and then there's an open area about 10 feet where the wagon is that goes into it. You see it has a lifted walkway around the wagon, so you could actually step right in the wagon from the walkways or roll barrels into it.
Okay.
It's 2 steps to go up into the walkway. And above the walkway, you see a giant crane that is actually with ropes to pick up in, old wooden crane system to pick up and roll barrels.
All right, excellent. Are there any markings on the wagon?
Wizard of Wineries on the side. You see a couple of ravens. There's an open door at the very end of the bay, up on the walkway. The door's slightly ajar, kind of hanging off the hinges.
Like it was battered down, like Adri was here?
No, like it was kind of just left unattended.
Okay. All right. Okay, I am going to make sure that I am no longer in wolf form.
All right.
And I am going to pull out my pisticles.
All right.
And I'm going to stealthily try and peek into the wagon.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I got a 21.
21, you're able to sneak up quietly and look in the wagon. You don't see anyone in the wagon. You do see a number of barrels loaded in the wagon.
Okay, are there any yellow ribbons about?
In the wagon, no. But you do see the Red Dragon Crush logo on the sides of the wine barrels.
Okay. I'm going to try and get towards that door again, being stealthy.
Okay.
And, well, that's not going to work. That's in that one. Go ahead. Fuck me. Go ahead.
All right. No, you make a noise. You trip over a empty bottle on the ground. It kind of kicks and rolls one way, breaks against the wall, shatters. It's not like they're not being loud inside. You can pretty much not fully hear Adri step by step, but it's not that she's being quiet walking through the inside.
I feel much better now. All right, what can I see? And I'm not like just throwing the door open. I'm kind of like taking cover behind a corner of it. Like, do I see anything, or hear, or smell, or notice anything?
About that point, you hear a sound. Adri yelp from needles. You don't know what, but she yelps and it goes away pretty quick. You look down the hallway. You see at the end of the hallway, there's a door that heads inside, and then there's this spiral slide that goes down below and up above. It looks like something slides barrels up and down.
Ooh.
Like where you can roll barrels from the top down and below.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
At this point...
Kind of like a spiral staircase that just rolls, like a ramp?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a ramp to pretty much send barrels all the way down.
Got it.
At this point, I have a 23 to your AC.
That'll hit.
From up above in the upper floor, a crossbow bolt comes through flying.
Well, thank God it didn't come swimming.
Right?
Then I'd be drowning, too.
That is...
I thought that was a pretty good joke, but okay.
Sorry, I was counting math. 16 damage.
Holy cow! All right. I'm going to look up. Can I see anyone that would have shot me?
You see someone up there standing, black coat, purple eye on the shoulder, staring down at you. The bottom part of the face is wrapped up.
These douchebags again. All right.
You recognize the style of coat and crossbow from a certain tree guy you came across a few ways.
Yeah.
A little time back when Vliki was attacked.
Yep. All right.
Though this time you do feel a little, with a bolt hit, almost like an itch in the wound. Like it's, the feeling is wolfbane.
Delightful. Now I'm really pissed off. All right. I'm going to shoot him.
I like how things, when they happen, like it's just different tiers of pissed off. Like Jake has standard, regular, in town, I'm okay. And then now I'm pissed off. Now I'm really pissed off. This is right above that. Now I'm really pissed off. Now I'm really pissed off.
Well, yeah, that's whether or not I took my medication that day.
All right, take your shots.
Okay. And twin pisticles. Bang, bang. And I am using my sharpshooter feat.
Using your sharpshooter with your pisticles?
Yes.
With your dual pisticles?
Yes.
Do you hang them from your belt?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay, I missed with the 2, I'm sure. But a nat 20 on the other one. Bam.
Yeah, the 2 miss, but the nat 20 hits.
Pow, bitch.
So double the damage or double the dice.
Woohoo! All right. Do I double my add-ons for that too?
No, just the dice.
Okay. All right. So. Okay.
So instead of rolling,
roll 2d10.
Yeah.
All right. 28.
28 damage.
And if he happens to be susceptible to silver, even worse.
He's only human after all. Sounds good. He takes the shot. You could definitely hear the vocalization of the pain. The shot sound echoes through the house or through the winery, and he ducks back behind into the shadows up above where you can't see him in the opening.
All right. All right. What kind of a roll would I need to run up the sliding board here?
Athletics or dex, or athletics or
athletics,
or acrobatics, one of the two.
All right, we're gonna go with the athletics and the 19 total.
All right. You get up there. It's slippery. It's hard. The wood is slick, but you start using the corners on each side where the wall meets the floor.
Yeah.
That's where you start doing your walk as you get your stride going to get up there. It's a rough, but you do make it to the top.
All right. Do I see the bastard?
You got about 10 feet before you get to the full open room because the little hallway from where the spiral goes. He's off to the side behind the wall.
All right. Can I get a shot off at him or not?
At the end of it, you would have just enough movement to make it to the end of to the corner of the wall where you can see in the open room.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do so, and I will take a shot if I may.
All right.
That is a 20. That is a 24.
Do you have how many more pistols do you have? The 2 and
I have 4 altogether.
Okay, sounds good. All right, the 22 hits.
I did a 24.
Oh, sorry, 24 hits.
All right, and I'm still using my sharpshooter feat with that. All right, so that is. Whoops, we get the right die here. Ooh, geez, Louise. That is 21 points altogether.
All right, that puts him down. He sinks against the wall in the back.
All right, I am going to go see if I can get any last words out of him before he shuffles off this mortal coil.
All right. As you reach him, he's lying there on the floor, kind of looking at you, gasping, dying.
Why kill the innocent? Your problem's with us. Why kill the innocent? Why the townsfolk?
You see his eyes begin to roll back in his head as he begins to shake and stutter and just not getting any words out, but he begins to like violently shake for a minute as his eyes go white and roll back.
Nah, I just kick him once.
All right.
I'm going to loot the hell out of him too.
You find leather armor on him. You find the crossbow, the bolts, the black coat. I mean, nothing real special on him.
Okay.
So,
any coins?
You do find a small bag of coinage on him.
All right.
Silver stamped in the image of Strahd.
All right. How many?
20.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to then I'm going to put on his jacket, mask kind of thing, and I'm also going to reload the pisticles.
All right. I wouldn't put the mask on. You actually, as you pull it off his face, you see a white foam covering it from his mouth.
Stupid. I kick him in the head once just because he pissed me off.
All right.
Hopefully his neck cracks with a resounding snap.
Give me a strength check.
All right. 17.
Hit your crack.
Yay.
Kaeviir, how do you go up the stairs, the spiral stairs in the room you entered?
I'm going to go quickly up the stairs.
All
Hopefully, if there's someone up there, I'll catch them off guard.
All right. As you reach the top of the stairs, you look down the hallway. In front of you, you see 3 closed doors and 1 open door at the very end. The room he would have been in has the open door.
Okay. Investigation check of the room.
All right. You travel down the hallway. It's a 5-foot wide hallway.
No. I don't travel down the hallway.
Okay.
I'm just going to stare down the hallway.
All right.
Investigate the hallway is what I meant. The room with the doors coming off of it.
All right. The hallway is 5 feet wide. It's 30 feet long in front of you. You know there's more of the hallway behind you, but you can't access it because that's where it's behind the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you know must be another way through the top to the other side.
Right.
On your right side of the north, you see the 3 closed doors, each one to different rooms, and then the 4th room is open, and then it veers left, going south down another the hallway at the end.
How close are the 3 doors to each other? How far apart is the first to the last door?
The first door is right at where you're at. The next one is 10 feet off. The next one's 10 feet off, and the last one is 10 feet off.
The open one, right?
Yes.
The open one's the furthest?
Yes.
Okay. How about listening? Do I hear anything from inside the rooms, from where I'm at?
Give me, what was your perception?
You want perception or investigation?
Perception to listen.
19.
You don't hear anything?
All right. Well, if I were to lean forward from exactly where I'm at, like low to the ground, like if I were to go prone, I would be able to see under the crack in the door?
Yeah, the doors, they're made well, but...
They're not. Yeah, it's not like
they're
hermetically sealed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd be able to see under the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that and see if I see shadows or anything moving.
Okay.
Just the first door. I don't want to travel too far down this hallway.
That room, you see like a center table in the middle of the room, like comes up from the floor. It has cabinets around it. You see cabinets along the floor. You don't see any beds or furniture in that room. You see some pots and pans on the floor in the room.
No people, though?
No people moving in that room.
Do I smell anything in the pots and pans since I'm down here?
You do smell something sweet.
Okay. All right. I'm going to quietly crawl past that first one. I'm going to peer under the second door.
Okay. You peer into the second one. As you look into it, you see a bed, you see furniture, you see different things around. You see a harp on the floor. You see a flute next to it.
No people?
No, not in the room.
What time of day is it, by the way? Just contextually.
About midday, noon.
Okay. All right. No one in there, though.
No.
Okay. Crawl up to the third door. Keep in mind, David, I want to say this ahead of time. I'm readying an action to roll to one side or the other of the hallway.
When the giant axe swings down the hallway to catch you?
I'm prepared. I'm ready for
All right.
it. Okay.
You crawl to the next one. As you look underneath, you see blackness, like someone stuffed, like if someone has like a piece of cloth on the other side of the bottom of the door.
Okay. All right. Checking the floor up ahead of me before I crawl any further.
All right.
Anything look suspicious on the floor? Wood planks seem weird. Discoloration, dust.
Not here, no.
Well, what the fuck does that mean?
You don't see any discoloration in front of you here. You don't see any planks off or anything that just slightly look like it could be ajar.
From where I'm sitting, looking through the rest of the room, does it look like there's any?
Which, are you talking about the hallway?
I'm going to pull this fucking ribbon out of you no matter what.
So you're talking about the room with the door that's blocked underneath? Or are you talking about the hallway you're in?
I'm talking about the hallway that I'm in.
Okay. The hallway you're in, you're not seeing any ribbons. You're not seeing any traps. You're not seeing anything that like sets off your senses.
Okay. All right. And the door that's open, judging from the light in the room that I'm in, the hallway, does it look like there's, well, there'd be windows. Wouldn't be super bright, I guess. I'm going to just ask it anyway, even though it's unlikely. Would there be a candle, a fire, anything in there that would cast shadows that flicker?
No, the room is darker than the hallway.
Huh. Okay. Looking under the door that I'm next to now, right? The one with the stuff stuffed underneath it. I'm assuming they didn't want any air to get in. Maybe because they're manufacturing some sort of poison here. Maybe they were handling something like that. Does it look like
a meth lab?
Can I tell what's stuffed under the door? What kind of fabric or material it is just by looking at it?
Cotton.
Like
could have been a rag, could have been a shirt, yeah.
Okay. Is it pushed under the door like they were trying to stop something from coming, or is it just laid in front so people couldn't peek?
Laid in front so people couldn't peek.
Okay, so then it's probably not preventative of gas. Door opens inward?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to cast 2 spells. I'm going to take some time to do them. All right?
All right.
The first spell that I'm going to cast is right in the hallway between the first and second door. I'm going to back up a little bit. Actually, no. How do I want to do this? I'm going to do a different one first. I'm going to take my finger. Maybe smarter to use a stick or a dagger. I'm going to use a stick or a dagger, something that's elongated, a lockpick.
All right.
And I'm going to push the cloth up a little bit, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to mutter, hold on, I almost got it. Loud enough so that whoever's on the other side of the door would be able to hear, right? And I'm going to cast Silent Image to make it look like smoke is coming in from underneath the door. Green, kind of pestilent looking smoke. I'm like, yeah, that'll get him. As I cast that under.
Okay, this is the door that has the cloth in front of it?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm immediately going to back up and I'm going to stand and ready the spell Grease on the door and cast it as soon as the door opens.
All right. You hear silence from the room and no moving, no nothing.
No movement, no nothing?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I'm just going to stand up then.
All right.
I'm going to, I guess, just walk into the room. I'm going to stand. Hold on. Shut up, David. I know what you're leaning into. I can see it in your eyebrows. I'm going to stand between that door and the second door. I'm going to push the door and wait for it to fire whatever's inside at me.
All right.
While I'm standing off to the side.
As you open the door, needles shoot out, cover the hallway.
Right.
And a vial of acid drops from above the door.
Okay.
And hits the floor.
Right? What kind of acid? Corrosive?
Yeah. It starts burning a hole through the floor.
Right on.
Is there any other kind of acid?
No, I mean there are other
Yeah.
types. Ones that'll burn just flesh and not.
It's corrosive. No, this is skin conditioning acid. Really
It
good for your complexion.
makes you hallucinate, Jake.
So
It also makes you really dig the fucking. I'm trying to think of a band that would be funny here. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. Strawberry
Theory
Alarm
of a
Clock.
Dead Man.
Strawberry alarm clock would work.
All right.
Okay, and nothing comes out of that room other than that.
Nope.
What? There
The
was
band-
someone in there.
The band Strawberry Alarm Clock comes out.
There was someone in there because there
Not
was.
that room. There was someone in the shadow you saw was from the farthest room.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
Yeah.
nobody would be able to push cloth up against the door that opens inward unless someone was in there at one point. They crawled out the window, maybe, right? But if the door closes, if it opens inward, then someone, when they close the door, had to put that thing up against it,
Right.
or climb out the window. So I'm assuming that's
They
what
went out
had
the
to have
window.
happened. Okay. Then I'm going to, I guess, move up to the last room. I'm still going to have grease ready.
Yeah. You look in the room at all?
I'll check it out in a minute.
All right, cool.
The darts and stuff flew out. I guess as I walk past it to go check the other door, I'll look. But I'm walking around the acid on the floor.
All right, no problem. You see a lot of notes sprawled out across the room, different things, papers up on the wall as you walk by. You don't really get too hard of a look at them and the notes and the papers and the books.
I'll have to check them out in a minute because there's still
There's something
unchecked.
familiar about the way it's all chaotically out there. Or not chaotically, the way it's set around
Yeah.
strikes you.
It's like what do they call it? An orgy of evidence?
No, more like almost looking at your own study.
How much damage did it strike him for?
It didn't. He was standing on the side and pushed the.
It struck me with brilliance damage,
Oh.
Jake.
Yes.
Sorry.
You've suffered brilliance damage? Yeah.
All right.
It's the same as blunt force genius.
Ah.
I'm
Thank
going
you
to
for clarifying.
I'm going to I'm still have the spell readied, right? I can still hold a readied spell.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my sleeve with my cool pockets now, and I'm going to kind of go like this, and I'm going to grab my pipe and pull it out. So I have my pipe in my mouth.
All right.
And I'm going to, I guess, light it with a match.
All right.
And then-
Now you're still not looking or inside that last room, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I walked past it because I wanted to check the other room. I looked to make sure there was no one in there, though likely there could be someone who's invisible or standing on the roof. I don't know. But the other room hasn't been checked at all for anybody. So,
All right.
so yeah, I'm going to check in there
All right.
in the last room.
As you look in.
Same cautious procedure of
Okay.
standing on the side. If I need to, I'll duck my head out and then back in.
All right. As you duck your head out, you see someone in there, but they're kind of like phasing.
Phasing.
Almost like they're there, but they're not there. You start seeing them come in and out and then disappear.
Okay, I'm going to grease the room.
All right. You grease the room.
So if they're going invisible,
You don't see them covered, but you see a hound, the shape of a hound, covered in grease.
I'm going to close the door. They're obviously not going to be able to run at me. They'll slip, but I'm going to close the door on them. Fair?
Fair. You hear the door get thumped against hard, and a slow series of growls.
All right. I'm going to lean down, and I'm going to go off of my pipe, flick some embers into that room.
All right. You set the room ablaze.
I'm going to go check on those notes.
All right. As you walk back towards it, you see the dude that was flickering in the room is in front of you now, flickering back into reality.
Wait, in which room?
The open door?
Oh, he's flickering in front of me now?
Now he's phasing back in
Huh.
front of you. Out of game, there's a spell called Blink. You face the ethereal, and then you come back.
Yeah.
He's like, nice trick.
What trick? I'm just gonna walk past him, start looking at the notes.
Where's Ludo and the drow?
By the way, can I make out who this is?
You don't recognize him? Well, actually, no. Go ahead and give me a what would be checking memory?
Wisdom, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and give me wisdom.
Oh, 22.
You remember him different. This guy you remember in a tan trench coat and a hat.
Hey.
He was in the teens.
Here,
he has half his head shaved, the hair going down, the tattooed of the purple eye on the side of his head, the black cloak, or the black thing.
Does he have a name?
Archimedes.
What, Archimedes?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting to see you here.
You just left with the drow in the bar a couple hours ago. What's up? Why are you back so soon?
I have a decoy system set up.
I was wondering how long you were going to tolerate those elves.
Immediately when I notice that that's what's happening, I'm going to think back to the last time I saw Evil Me, and I'm going to pick up his mannerisms, his weird grin, and the way he moves his eyes when he talks, his eyebrows.
All right. Did you have to burn my dog, though?
He was annoying me.
He snaps his fingers. It's a shadow hound. I'll get another one.
Of course he will. What are you doing here? Do you have something to report?
No. Just wondering why you started playing with the light sword again. We saw the light sword outside.
That wasn't me.
Metal.
That was his friend, who, by the way, if you were paying attention, is downstairs as we speak.
Wait a minute. The other you's downstairs?
His friend is downstairs.
Oh, yeah, we heard her.
Right.
She'll find her surprise. And it seems that the other one's here, too.
Interesting. Do you trust that 12?
Hell no. Neither do you.
Wise.
I don't understand why you keep it around, though.
I'm going to look at him and tell him, knock it off with the blinking.
I had to make sure it was you.
Who else would it be?
The other you?
That fool.
I don't need to remind you, boss. He killed you last time.
How could he have killed me if I'm standing right here?
Ludo brought you back?
Please. All of this is instrumental to my plan. I play them like he plays his stupid flute and fiddle and whatever. Violin. I swear to God, George is fucking me up. Fucking me up real bad.
No worries. You and the bard have a fight? You haven't called the bard names like that since the other side.
Oh, please. It's best to present yourself in a manner that would make things go easier, isn't it? The lesson we taught, the lesson we learned long ago.
Yeah.
Path of least resistance.
By the way, we're able to backwards work that mirror.
Interesting. Promising results, I take it.
We opened the door.
Fantastic. I should go see it soon.
It's downstairs. All the way downstairs. Right where you left it.
I'm gonna point to him, and I'm gonna hand me that the notes over there.
He walks in your room, brings back the notes.
I'm going to, while he's turned around, I'm going to walk up behind him, and I'm going to stab him through the back of the neck. And as I do, I'm going to tell him, I always liked you. It's unfortunate it has to come to this.
All right.
He was, I don't
Very
know.
well played.
Is there a role, or do we need to?
I'm not sure.
It's a coup de grace, but he has turned around. He trusts me, and he's I don't know.
there's no, he wouldn't have expected it to come. So
Okay.
we're gonna let this one play out as an RP.
Okay.
Yeah, he drops to his knees and hits the floor hard.
No more dogs for you.
You guys and dogs, dude.
That room is still on fire, I take it?
Yes, it's still burning.
Is the dog still making noise in there?
No, he uncast
What?
the Shadow Hound.
For all the listeners, that's a hellhound and not just a regular dog that I set on fire. Just to clarify. He's an evil dog. Evil aligned dog. I didn't Michael Vick that fucking thing. He's a bad guy. Okay. Just putting it out there.
All right.
The room would probably burn, but I'm assuming this wood's treated. It's a building.
Yeah.
It wouldn't burn forever.
No, you got time before it starts moving farther in that room.
Okay. But the noises have stopped in there, yeah?
Yeah. When he snapped his fingers, he uncast his Umbral Hound. He let it go.
Okay.
Shadow mages can summon Umbral Hounds to do their bidding and attack their targets and make their targets have disadvantage against their spells.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'm going to do something kind of gross and brutal here, so I apologize. I'm going to cut his head off low at the neck.
All right.
So that way I have the symbol still on his ear.
All right.
When I do, I'm going to take the light blade and I'm going to use I guess, I don't know if it generates heat or not, but I want to see if it'll sear.
It does.
Okay. Then I'm going to put it up my sleeve.
All right.
Put it in one of my pocket holsters.
All right. Tucked away in the magical jacket.
Yeah. I'm going to collect all my notes. I'm going to put on one of my gloves, just to make sure. I know this guy is clever. I'm going to stack up all of my notes that I have taken.
All right. You can definitely tell it's the others' use notes.
Right.
And I mean, just briefly as you're stacking them, you can see it covers the castle, it covers Strahd, the Amber Temple, Ludo. There's a number of different things that you can definitely tell puzzle pieces are throughout.
Okay. Well, I'll be able to assemble that shortly. I'm going to roll them up in scroll case or whatever, put them in a safe location. And then I'm going to take some blank scribed pages, things that haven't been written on yet.
All right.
I'm going to toss them around the room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to set this room on fire as well.
All right.
That way he won't know that I have his notes if he comes back. He'll think that this room was assaulted and burnt. He sees the remnants of the paper, and he'll assume that someone came through, set it on fire, didn't get his information.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Right. Well, the top floor is now done. I guess I'll fucking walk past those other two rooms. We can check on those later once the top floor is sufficiently scalded.
All right. Yeah, you lit the two western rooms on fire, and the two eastern are untouched as of right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to mosey on down the stairs and head over towards where I heard the screams come from.
Okay, there's two sets of stairs. Those stairs you came up, and then there's the set at the end of the hall to the south. The spiral case that goes down in the back.
I'm going to go check on Adri, because I assume with the way events played out, that her scream would have happened a second or two after I had...
Yeah, her scream goes off. You hear a couple gunshots go off as time begins to go through the three of you. All right, you head back down the stairs. Adri, at the bottom of the stairs, you open the door to this cellar.
Yes.
All righty, this cellar.
So I'm not lighting any torches or anything because I have dark vision,
All right.
but let me know if I see any light sources.
Okay, there are a couple torches down there.
Are they lit?
Yes.
Okay.
The wooden pillars and beams support a 10-foot-high ceiling in this ice-cold cellar, which is split in two by a 5-foot thick brick wall. The thin mist covers the floor. Each half of the cellar features an 8-foot-tall wooden partition that doubles as a wine rack. The western rack stands empty, but the eastern one is half full of wine bottles.
There's just Is it just one door out? Are there any doors?
As you go in, you see the thing. There's this room here. There's a little corridor. Then there's the room on the far side,
Okay.
which is the 2 cellar rooms. There's where you see the slide end to the bottom here, and then over here, you see a set of stairs that goes up in the distance.
Okay.
You can't see behind this 5-foot brick area, though you do see in the room you're in, once you take a glaze and focus in the dark, you see a man tied up, staked to the wall, hands gasping for breath. Dude's bloodied, dude is jacked up. They almost filleted him, pretty much, down below.
Oh, God.
Gagged.
The Boltons.
He's an older guy, close to Kaeviir's age.
I'll go over to him.
As you get closer, you see the gag in his mouth, and his eyes open up and kind of try to focus on you, but they can't all the way. You can tell he's been drugged.
Can I take the gag out of his mouth?
Sure. You see a black lipstick liner on his cheek from where someone kissed him
Oh.
on the cheek. Around it, you see the skin blackened with veins, purple veins going deep into the cheek.
Wonder who that could have been.
Evil Kaeviir with his trademark black lipstick.
He's so fancy.
I would like to cast protection from poison on this
All right.
person. If he is poisoned,
It's cured.
it is neutralized.
You see the veins retract back into the normal skin tone as the face just has the lipstick mark now. The poison rotted area of his face is no longer there
Whoa.
where the poison was.
Okay.
He just kind of looks up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I lost track of time, and I haven't seen daylight. And from the poison and the drugs, I can't keep track of days. I tried. You can see hash marks on the wall from his nails where he was trying to keep track and lost count.
What's your name?
They call me number 1.
That's a weird name. I'd like to insight.
All right.
Oh, that's right. My insight's so good. 27.
You don't hint a lie in him at the moment.
This motherfucker.
I would like to
Stab his heart out of his body. Stab
Uh-huh.
him repeatedly until he is dead.
I would like to cast sending
All right.
to my friend Kaeviir, Master Kaeviir of the Professionals. Hey, so real quick, there's a guy here that says his name is number 1, and
I am
what do you
down
want me to
the
do with it?
stairs before I can reply.
Okay.
Sun sword out. Lit.
All right. So you're there. You're going to set off the stair trap.
Oh, there's a trap.
I'm going to ignore the trap, and
All right.
I'm moving as fast as I can possibly do it. If the bolts go off, I'll use evasion.
She already set off the needles. I'm talking about the gas trap on the stairs. She go down the stairs.
That's fine. I'm going to move quickly.
Go ahead and give me a DC con check as you go through.
Oh.
Well, maybe he should do that at advantage because of his speed, perhaps. Just throw that out there.
I'll give him that.
Okay.
DC 15 with advantage.
You're welcome.
No, I'm going to get hit with it no matter what. I got a 4 and a 1.
All right. You end up in a coughing fit as you roll down the stairs.
Okay.
With the speed you're going.
Yeah, I'm going to tumble.
You can hear him hit the stairs at full speed and just hit the coughing fit and just roll down the stairs.
Oh, there's a trap. Be careful.
I'm fuck the trap.
14 damage from the poison and 2 damage from the stairs.
Okay. It's dark down here, correct?
Yeah. There is some torches. You can't fully make out his face. But you
I
can
know
make out
who
the
number
shape.
1 is. I thought you were role playing so convincingly, David.
I did too. I was
But
like, oh my god.
you were
David.
just fucking sneezing. I thought he was gonna win the Oscar for most fearful face. I was like, what a waste. What a waste of this face on fucking audio.
Yeah.
That was so clean, David.
Yeah.
Tell me I made it. I
Yeah.
muted in time, right?
You
All
did.
right.
Yeah.
You did.
God,
You're
that hurt.
safe for now.
Fucking hate fairies out to get me, guys.
Yeah, who's
Wrath
coughing now,
of the
motherfucker?
editor. Yeah.
David hit the coffin trap too.
Oh. I felt my contract. I work. God damn that dust. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely make out number 1, SBO,
I'm going to
nailed to the wall, and it isn't the SBO from the mirror side. It is yours.
I'm going to have my light sword.
This is the professional.
I'm going to have my light sword off, and I'm going to be walking at him real slow, having it flicker on, so that he can just get a look at my face as I get closer to him. I want him to feel that fucking fear.
He looks at. Yeah. You see his eyes get wide as he sees you. You can tell he's having a hard time distinguishing which one you are from wearing the coat you're wearing.
Mhm.
But eventually you see his eyes focus and they find the familiarity in you. And they see it. He's like, yeah, he wouldn't travel with the elf. The other you's too crazy.
You're having a bad fucking day.
It's been a bad fucking while.
Adri, I need you to go back upstairs.
Okay.
Please stay.
I need you to go back upstairs.
I'm gonna go
He's
back.
going to do it anyway. You just need to know what kind of man he is, truly.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
You signed her to a contract, didn't you?
I did.
Just like the last one.
You remember the oaths that we take?
I made you take them, didn't I?
Yeah, that worked out, didn't it?
Yeah, I sent you here.
I'm going to leave the light blade on and hold it in my left hand. And I'm going to reach into my pocket and take out a dagger. Regular old dagger. You know, I could kill you with this. But this is a very important ancient artifact. It has significance.
At least the other you could keep his daughter alive.
That's you know, I've thought about this moment for a long time, and I'm like subduing the anger, right? And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I thought about how I would kill you, and I thought about stabbing this blade through your heart, but I'm not going to add to your legend. You're not going to die in a way that's interesting or creative. You're not going to die in a way that a man wielding an ancient artifact slew you in battle. You're going to die in the dark in a basement where no one knows where you're at with a regular rusted blade. And I'm going to slowly take it and push it in his eye until it goes through his brain.
He begins to try to shake and fight it off, but he can't. Slowly, surely, you push it through, and
I'm going to turn
the
it.
flesh and blood begin to pop in you. As you turn it, you can hear the cracking sound as you pierce the eye and go through it into the skull.
Yep. And then I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to wipe it on the side of his neck, and I'm going to do the other eye.
How deep in the eye did you go the first time?
Enough that he could feel the second one.
All right. So Yeah, he tries to move his head again, but again, you just.
And I'm going to stop just short of killing him. Right?
All right. AJ, you're hearing screams as you walk up the stairs and skip the gas trap.
I'm gonna
Like blood-curdling screams of a man that you don't know, but is screaming for gods that he never cared for.
I'm gonna go back upstairs, but I basically wait at the entrance, and I'm just kind of pacing in front of it.
All right.
I'm going to take the blade again, and I'm going to cut a really long slit on his arm.
All right.
What's wrong? No words?
He's screaming in pain. He's trying to get his hand off the stake that it's nailed to, but the head of it's just too wide to actually pull his bones over.
I'm going to say, focus, SBO, focus. Think past the pain. You remember the training, don't you? What do you do when you undergo torture?
Think of something else.
Think of something else. Where's your happy place, SBO?
As he cries in pain and won't give you the benefit of his happy place, he coughs out in irony. I never installed a tooth in me.
Say again?
Never. The cyanide tooth. Never installed it because never thought I'd get it this way.
And I'm going to cut another chunk out of his chest, like a big gash.
Yeah,
on
dude,
him.
he's yelling. Chunakoti, you could hear this upstairs. The whole place is echoing with this.
That's interesting. I'm probably going to go see what the hell's going on, and I don't know about the gas trap, so what do I need to save on?
Adri's actually at the top of the stairs. You'd run into her before you'd run into him.
All right. Adri, what's going on?
There was a man downstairs, and I think Kaeviir knows him and is really upset with him. And he asked me to stay up here.
Okay. I guess I'll keep you company then.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to go check the stables.
Okay.
All right.
So I will go do that.
All right.
Sounds good. As he walks that way, you cut another chunk out of his chest, and screaming begins again.
Tell me,
Not that it ever stopped. By this time, his screams are so raw that his voice is he's losing his voice. You don't even recognize the sound of his voice by this point. It's changed.
How so?
Just from the rawness of the screaming, on top of what he's already been through, it's just his throat's destroyed.
You know, we get paid for our deeds. You remember that part, don't you? You seem to always have a pretty good grasp of that. Well, guess what? For what you did, this is my payment. I'm paying the invoice as we speak. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to kick him as fucking hard as I can. Harder than the door.
All right. You hear ribs smash, crack as you kick him in.
You didn't think this was going to happen. You thought you could hide. Say it. Focus, SBO.
Didn't think I'd go out this way. Chained to a wall.
You know what? You're right. And I'm going to pull one of the what's it called? The stakes out of his hand.
His body kind of slumps down, and you just kind of see the one hand still strung up against the wall, and the rest of his body just hanging limp.
You can do your own second, SBO. That's what you tried to do before, correct? You tried to do your second?
He can't even lift his arm. He doesn't have the strength anymore to lift his arm to try to pull out the last stake.
Well, here. I'll help, like I did before. And I'll pull the second stake out.
body hits the floor hard.
I'm going to kick him in the face again.
You busted up pretty good. You can hear the
Remember,
jaw dislocate as you kick it.
remember your fucking training, SPO. You know what? I've got better things to do than this. And I'm going to take the dagger, and I'm going to grab him by his hair, and I'm going to slit his fucking throat slowly across.
Blood slowly pours out, thick and sticky as it does from the neck, and you just feel the life force leave him slowly as it goes.
I'm going to sit there next to him, like in the blood. And I'm going to look at the light blade and be like, I understand if you don't want to travel with me anymore.
I'd do to my brother if I got the chance. He did kill me and have my betrothed commit suicide.
It's weird that this is how we'd bond, over me not stabbing someone with you.
For a moment in time, we understand each other, Kaeviir.
And I'm going to use him to sear that neck on the second one. And he's going to go back in my other sleeve.
Jeez. 2 heads?
They both had it coming.
All right.
Well, you know what they say, 2 heads are better than 1.
That's true. These heads in particular.
All right. Chunakoti, go for it.
Oh, I'm going to walk back upstairs.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you want to see our adventures in comic form, The Professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. And if you want to support us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius as Master Kaeviir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adri the Ducky Cleric, Jake Sipple as Chunakoti the Lupine Loose Cannon, and last but not least, our DM and Dr. Midnight, David Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.
And music by me and Lichkid, my band. I have multiple friends who have been depressed. They've come to me depressed, like coyotes got into my chickens. And I'm like,
Oh no.
that's what you get.
That's because their neighbor down the street raises coyotes.
Right. Oh, no, that's a better job. Raise coyotes.
What if you did that? You just raise coyotes to like terrorize your neighborhood.
You know what? If too many more of my friends start raising chickens and bees, I'm gonna start getting what eats both chickens and bees? People. I'm gonna start raising people. Wait, did I talk myself into children?
Did you just invent fatherhood?
Oh God. Corn dogs and fatherhood. That's my new book. It'll be on Amazon next month.